Let's crochet Rudolph and his friends, the zebra, the horse, and the unicorns, which are tiny little candy cane covers or cozies, just perfect for Christmas, or just as a decoration, or just as a little gift. Hi there, Tenzi here. For our horse, unicorn, reindeer, and zebra, we're gonna be doing the same base. And we'll start with a magic ring. Wrap your yarn around your middle finger. Hold it with your thumb. Insert your hook under the tail and grab the working yarn. Chain 1 and do 4 single crochets into the ring. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now here you have to grab a marker. Put the marker under your crochet hook, and now you can gently tighten the magic ring, not too much, before we insert our hook into that first stitch here. And now we can pull our magic ring in. So we close that gap, and in each stitch we'll be doing 2 single crochets. So it means we're going to be increasing to 8 single crochets in this round. Here it is, and we'll repeat 2 single crochets into each stitch, and I'll meet you at the end. You can move your marker now under your crochet hook for the next round, or you can just remove it, and you continue going those 8 stitches, no more increases at this point, just in continuous spiral till you have 22 rows all together. So you get a little tunnel that's 14 centimeters or 5.5 inches. And at this point, you're done with your animal. So for Rudolph, we will need a nose, eyes that we'll use googly eyes, and antlers that we're gonna crochet. For the horse, you will need 4 rows of white color, and then continue the rest of the rows in gray. For the white unicorn, you'll do the same thing in just white color. And for the pink unicorn, well, I did a white head, and then I'll show you how to do the horn. For the zebra, you alternate white and black after having the white head. For the Rudolph's nose, we'll do the same thing. We'll just stop after the increase. We'll have only 2 rows. So chain 1 and 4 double crochets into the ring. I'm using a 4-weight yarn and 5mm crochet hook, although the label recommends 5.5. I don't want the stitches to be too loose, but I don't want them to be tight as an amigurumi. So it's really doesn't matter here. I just want to crochet comfortably. So each stitch will be increased to 8 stitches total. And then we'll just cut the yarn. So here's 5, 6, 7, 8. So there it is. Go back to the first stitch. So you just can do a slip stitch there. So we can close the gap. And here you can cut your yarn. Tighten your magic ring, going through the front loops of the stitches. So you can make a tiny little ball. So you can close it. And we can have a red nose there. All right, so tighten it, and there it is. Make a knot at the back. We'll be gluing it, so it really doesn't matter. But if you want to sew it at the tip here, you can do that for sure. And I'll go ahead and I'll start the antlers. For the antlers, you'll need a 3mm crochet hook or much thinner crochet hook, and pick a stitch on the 6th row from the nose. So you pick a stitch that you like and draw your working yarn through that, and measure that tail to be 27 inches. Your working yarn will be actually your tail. So use that one. This will be the right antler. So draw your loop through the next stitch. So chain 4, and then skipping the first stitch, we'll go into the next stitch and we'll do 2 slip stitches, and then we'll chain 4, and into the next 3 stitches. So skipping the first from the hook, into the next 3 stitches, we'll do 3 slip stitches. Then we'll go back on top of the antler, we'll do a slip stitch there, and we'll have 1 more slip stitch back to the base. And then we'll chain 1 so we can cut our yarn, and we'll connect it to the other side. So do 1 more and I'll see you there. So pull the ends of the antlers inside your body, tie a knot, then you can cut the ends off. When you reach the end of the body of your animal, we'll do 2 slip stitches into the last 2 stitches so you have almost invisible line there. And this is how your last stitch ends, and you can just go inside your animal and do a little chain there through one of the loops so you can secure the end, and you don't have to worry about it. It's gonna stay inside pretty tight. And then cut the end here. So for the mane of all the animals, I cut about 3 inches of strips of yarn, folded them in 2, and grabbed a stitch through each row. Insert my hook, draw the loop through here, and then grabbing the 2 ends of the yarn, I'll pull them through the loop I have on my hook. And then I'll trim them and I'll comb them. So for the zebra, I followed the white and the black stripes so I can make them match also the mane, because that's what I saw on the pictures from National Geographic. And draw a loop and pull the 2 ends of the string through the loops. So there it is. And each stripe got 2 pieces of hair. So the mane for each animal started also on the 6th row from the beginning. So after the head, I skipped 2 more rows and I started the mane for all of them. So here. And I wanted to show how to transition from color to color so you don't have that row that's going up and down, that visible and very strong difference here. So when you reach to the last stitch of the color, into the first one you will do a slip stitch, and then with the new color you will have to crochet chain 1 chain here, and now you can start with your next color, and going into the next stitch you'll do a single crochet. And that's how you're gonna change colors when you go in a round with single crochets. And again, when you reach the end, you'll do 2 slip stitches to finish and cut off your yarn. In order to give the mane a nice fluffy texture, I use a cat brush from the dollar store, or I'll leave all these links for all the things I use in the description below. So there'll be affiliate links, so if you use them, I'll really appreciate that. And look how pretty they got, like a real zebra. Look how cute it is. Oh my gosh. And you can trim them, or they can go to one side. Oh, look at my zebra, so fancy. Okay, I'll give it a little trim because it got a little. All right, there it is. So let's see the unicorn. Oh, this unicorn needs a horn. Let me show you how you can do it. Let's make it a pretty mane. Oh, I love it. Look how cute it is. Okay, that's getting too cute. All right, so let's get to the horn of the unicorn. So get your yarn and going here at the tip of the mane, maybe skip a row. I got a little loop here, and then through that loop I will use the two of the strands so I can secure the beginning and chain 3. The next two will be just one strand, just the first tail will have the first chain, and then skipping the first chain from the hook, we'll do slip stitches. So 1, 2, and then grabbing one stitch from the base, from the body, we'll do one more slip stitch in there as well. And now we can cut the yarn, pull this string all the way in, just like this. And if you pull it on the side, you can make a tiny bit knot here. And pull the tail again inside. And then you can just cut the yarn off. So they also got a little trim. So get your glue gun and your goggly eyes, and we'll glue them now. You can use a craft mat. That's a silicone mat, so you protect your surfaces. Of course, you can put a loop and hang them on a tree as a tree ornament, or you can use them as just as a candy cane cozy. And now it's ready to put them on our cozies. Oh, this broke. Let me get a new one. Thank you all, and subscribe.